You mentioned the influence that people can have over others. I was reading the other day about shadow networks, which essentially are the people whom you may not be able to connect to online or within your own social media networks. In other words, the people you meet, if you like, in real life, you might not actually communicate with them or discuss stuff with them online. This is an important aspect of customer service, because also if you give someone good customer service, then they're going to go offline and tell all their friends about it. What are your thoughts on how companies can actually specifically improve the way they service customers with regards to social media? What sort of things can they actually do?
Well, I think as a business, you should probably choose the level of engagement that is suitable for your size. I mean, a good example is Best Buy in America. This is an old case study, but they have something called a 12th force, if I don't misremember that, which basically allows every customer service representative or salesperson working in one of the many, so Best Buy is a hi-fi or technology dealership or retailer, I suppose. And they have a lot of knowledgeable people advising customers about what to buy and, processor speeds or whatever questions people might have about different cameras or phones or whatever. But the problem is you have to go into one of the shops to get that level of customer service. But what would happen normally in a normal day, customer service agents will be kind of walking around the shop, not really serving anyone. So they created this virtual equivalent of this online and called it a 12th force, where they invite customers to tweet a question like, which camera is better, this one or that one? And whichever customer service representative or sales clerk is available, is not just standing around not doing anything, will then can jump on that, intercept that question and answer them as if they had been in the actual shop. So I think that works really, really well for them. It's been a case that is featured in a lot of different situations, just to kind of show how you can make your sales staff work more efficiently, how you can give your customers better access, etc. But it's quite a grand initiative, quite a big effort. Obviously, you would have to train everyone and you would have to kind of justify. So that was quite a large piece of work. At News International, for example, they have a customer service desk that would handle questions or queries regarding the Times, Sunday Times and the Sun. And they have one customer service agent that's specialized on monitoring social media channels and handling questions. They have fewer people engaging in social media channels because it's not been as advertised in terms of customer service. So they can get away with doing it on a very small scale. So whatever seems to be right for your business is obviously where you should try to position it. There are lots of tools out there that enables you as a customer service rep to monitor what's going on. A more recent example was O2 that had a problem in the UK a few months ago with a network outage, so phones didn't operate, so people were moaning and complaining on Twitter. But the way they got respond over Twitter was impressive, and people were saying, this is great customer service, etc. So I think, and they were not specially trained as such, it was doing the normal job. They didn't know how to handle a crisis of this magnitude, but they just sort of told it as it were, we don't know what's going on, we'll tell you as soon as we know, etc. So they were engaging on one-to-one with all the customers, and it went down really well. It's a good example of how customer service can work and should work on social media, even in very difficult times like a problem with the network.